All right, 4, 3, 2, and we are live on YouTube. Welcome everybody to our second 80-day obsession test group call. Just to give everyone a little bit of a recap as to why we're doing these calls, who are the speakers that get chosen for these calls. So if you missed the first one, which it was about 2 weeks ago, it's up on my YouTube channel, so you guys can go and grab that. So to give you, you can go and order the sequence of the calls, but that call is, we teed up 80-day obsession, kind of what the program is all about. Autumn made a guest appearance. So if you have questions about the program, go check that out, because she really did a great job at covering the ins and outs of 80-day obsession. Of course, not sharing everything. We can't share everything. But what I started realizing as being part of the test group, that I personally was having a lot of breakthroughs. I was having a lot of aha moments as I recommitted to being proof that the products work. And so our first call was on that topic, right? That, I know so many people want to be part of a test group, that is like it's on their vision board. That is what they are yearning for as this journey of Beachbody coaching kind of progresses. And I get it, because the first time that I was in a test group, it changed me, it changed my business. So I want to sympathize with you guys that are watching this call. I understand, and there she is, Callie Calabrese, and we're gonna get to you in just a second, Callie. I'm just teeing up this call. And so I was noticing a few themes as we started this process with Autumn and our new program, 80-Day Obsession, that's gonna launch in January. The first one was this overwhelming recommitment from the coaches in the test group to being proof that the products work. And I found myself being ultra focused in my business. Like, I was on fire because I was getting results again. I felt great again. I was doing the things that are vital to our business because of this process. So we talked about that, right? And then the following week, another theme popped into the test group page. And it was it became a thing almost. And it was about trusting the process. Because at this point, now we are about 2 to 3 weeks into 80-Day Obsession. This is not the 21-Day Fix. It is not Fix Extreme. It's not 22 Hardcore. It's not these programs that kind of condense fitness into a pretty little box. This is like an intense commitment of 80 days, hour-long workouts. And then you had this discrepancy in the group of some coaches losing weight like this, right? Some of us, like, it was just shed, and then you would see the posts and it was like blah, 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 8, my sister with her 8 abs, and then you had this other group of coaches on this side that wasn't seeing the results as quickly. And what started happening? Doubt, fear, concern, all these things started creeping into, and you could see it as they were posting. Comparison, another one. We talked about comparison a lot in the first call. And so we all said, and of course, Autumn being so amazing in synthesizing the feelings and the vibes in the groups, came on live, and she also does it in the videos where she starts talking about trusting the process. And I said, because I'm so smart, and I take cues from people like Autumn, I said, that's it. That's call number 2. We're going to talk about trusting the process. And not only are we going to talk about that in our fitness, but we're going to talk about trusting the process in our business too. And we're going to make analogies tonight. The coaches that have taken time out of their schedule to be here, and also Callie, who is Autumn's older sister, who is in the videos. She's part of the crew that's doing the workouts in Los Angeles that we get to see every single day on our workouts, pushing hard. And I can see already her body transforming. I'm going to let Rosario introduce her. But of course, we're super honored that she's on this call with us tonight. But so this call, the theme is trusting the process. And as we go through with Ashley, Catalina, Stephanie, Jamie, and Rosario, we're going to hit on the different aha moments that we've had going through this process of 80-Day Obsession that we can tie into our business. Does that make sense? Are you guys on board? Everybody, thumbs up. All right, Rosario, I'm going to turn it over to you so that you can introduce our guest speaker, which is Callie Calabrese.
Absolutely. I'm super excited to have here with us this girl, Callie, who's killing it in the 80 days. You're right, Christina. You can already see her transformation. Phase 1 is over, and now it's time to bring it. Callie, an amazing mom of boys. She's an inspiration to all of us. She's a holistic health and wellness and nutrition coach, and she has been accused of posting too many food photos on her social media. So here she is. Take it away, Callie.
Hey, how are you guys? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Because I'm like literally no makeup, straight off set. It's 110 degrees here in LA. I'm out running errands with my kids because tomorrow's the first day of school. But I didn't want to turn down the opportunity to talk to you guys. So here I am. And I love the topic of trusting the process. It's really ironic that this is what you actually asked me to come on and talk about tonight, because this is what the entire cast is talking about right now. We are in the exact same boat as all of you guys. Half of us are seeing really good results and feeling really great and confident about the physical signs of our success with the program. And then there's people who are thinking, oh, they see, the coaches posting on social media, they see other people in the test group or in our cast group, and they're thinking, shouldn't my results be advancing more quickly? And so we've been just talking a lot about trusting the process and looking for what our unique wins are. And, even interestingly enough, I posted my picture today, and a lot of people are saying they can see the physical results. And it's funny because just looking at yourself every day, I kind of thought, I don't look that different. Like I look a little different, but I didn't think it was significant. But so to hear that other people are noticing, we're always harder on ourselves. But really the biggest thing that this process is forcing me to focus on is this is not just about our physical appearance. 80-day obsession, it's not just about like how much weight can I lose, or how, cut can I get my shoulders, or how ripped can I get my abs. This is about a lifestyle and a commitment to ourselves and to our health. And so that's what I'm trying to take the time and really reflect on every day, noticing that like today during leg day, I'm literally lifting double, sometimes triple what I could have lifted 4 weeks ago. I'm believing in myself more. I showed up today for that booty workout, and my first instinct was to say, I don't know what to expect. This is going to be hard. I want to get 5s, 8s, and 10s. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to underestimate myself today. And I went heavy, and I surprised myself. I probably could have even gone a little bit heavier. And so recognizing that in trusting the process, I've gotten so much stronger. And also I've gained a ton of confidence. I've just continued to show up every day, and I'm just proving myself wrong over and over. I'm just proving I can do more than I thought was possible. So I know that the results are starting on the inside. They're starting in my mind. They're starting, in my heart, just what I see in myself and what I'm starting to believe about myself. And that outside appearance that we want, that other people can see, that's going to come. We've got 80 days. We're only through phase 1. We still have 2 more to go. But even cooler is I literally had someone in my challenge group say to me, I went back and I looked at all of your social media pictures from the last 3 months. And she said, I've never seen you smile so big. You've been posting sweaty selfies all along. She's like, but your face is glowing and your smile is bright. And she's like, that's the change I see in you. And I thought, I couldn't ask for a better change to be, happy and feel good about myself. And so trust the process and figure out what that means for you, and that confidence and that light, that's just going to draw people to you. It's going to attract people to want to be part of your challenge groups as you go through this. And so I think that it can only do amazing things for all of us personally, but also for all of us professionally. And I'm just really excited to see when everybody on this call is out there promoting this. I mean, how many lives are going to change? It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, so to give those on the call that maybe weren't on the first time a little bit of perspective, the cast of this workout, which Callie is a part of, is going through this process with us. Or I guess, they are seeing and doing the workouts for the first time live, just like we are. So it's kind of cool to have that dynamic of, yeah, they're the ones that in January everybody's going to see, but at the same time, we're experiencing and feeling the same things, right? All at different times, different levels, different, emotions that kind of go through this process. So it's really, really interesting. But Callie, you said something that really stood out to me, that you said this is so much more than the physical transformation. And that really is something that I have been going through. And I think a lot of the speakers tonight are probably going to touch on that. Before this experience, I had convinced myself of a lot of things, that I couldn't change my body, that I couldn't do what I used to do, that was just the past. And literally my husband would tell me like, no, it's what you're eating. And I'm like, no, it's just, I'm getting older and I'm, it's just not in the cards for me anymore. And I started to look to cut corners. And in fact, I started to doubt that Beachbody fitness programs would work for me. And a lot of you know, Stephanie knows this, I went out and I bought a Peloton because I love spinning. And I said, you know what, I'm going to shake things up and I'm going to start spinning, right? And so I started doing that. And what was happening was I started to kind of lack belief. And when you lack belief, that translates into your business. And when this program came, just like Shift Shop is here for those that are watching and saying, well, I'm not part of 80-Day Obsession, so I can't feel like you feel, Christina. That's wrong, because you have Shift Shop that you are experiencing right now, that's new and fresh, that you can commit to 1,000% like we have committed to this process. And you can light up like Callie lights up and her challenger that said, you're glowing, you look so happy. You can experience that too. And all it takes is a decision, right? It's a decision to go all in and treat this like a test group experience. And that makes you start trusting not only our own products, because now I'm like, all these people that are out there trying to do this, that, and the other thing, and the drink and the that. And I'm like, can you just commit to a Beachbody fitness program? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Because I've just proved that this works. Everyone on this call has proved that this works. So, I mean, that to me is what stood out to me from what you said, Callie. Obviously you live with Autumn, so you have insider information, but and every time you smile, I'm like, oh my God, they're twins. One's with blonde hair, right? But, I really do, number one, thank you for taking the time to be on this call, but for going through this process with us. And then, being open and honest about the process on social media and everything, because I think it gives authenticity, right? And authenticity is what we need in order to grow our businesses, hands down, right? So do you have anything else that you would like to share with everyone watching?
No, I totally agree. Authenticity is what we need. And that's what I think I strive to put out there every day, because if we're not being real and we're not being authentic, people will see through that eventually. And so I think that's, just something that I encourage all the cast and all of you guys to, there's no expectation. Your journey is going to look totally different than everybody else's journey. We're all unique. And that's what's going to draw people to you. And that's what's going to put the right people in each of our paths, is just who we are. So 100% embrace yourself, every struggle that you have, share it, because somebody else is probably having a similar struggle and they need to hear from you about that. And they need to hear how you're handling it and how you're dealing with it. That's going to speak to their heart and to their doubt. And that's where we can like get in and really help people. So I just want to say thanks for having me. I wish I could stay on and listen to everybody, but we have first day of school tomorrow and we've got haircuts, dinner, showers, and all that still on the agenda tonight. So thank you guys so much for having me though. And
you're awesome. And thank you, Catalina, for inviting Callie onto this call. We appreciate it. Go take care of the boys. I know you're busy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So let's turn over to the amazing panelists that have been chosen at random for this call. I'm going to stop talking. But you guys, when I started picking names again, I'm like, we hit the lottery again. Like, this is crazy. So I want to start with Catalina. Catalina, I want you to unmute yourself. And I want you to share with us, your breakthroughs, and obviously staying within the theme of trusting the process. What have you been experiencing with Aiding the Obsession, and how do we tie that in to our coaching businesses?
So I'm one of the ones that had amazing results the first week and then stopped the second week. And I posted in the group and I'm like, excuse me, this is my second week and I haven't lost any pounds. And Christina said, what would you tell your challengers? And that was like, whoa, this is what I'm preaching in my groups every single day. And I'm doubting myself. And the truth is that ADD, or 80-day obsession, is really this graphic for me. We have the fitness and we have Callie Calabrese with the eating plan and the exercise. But the 80% of this magic pill is the belief in ourselves. And I doubted myself. I doubted the process because I wasn't believing in myself, which is 80% of the equation. And this can totally be applied to our business too, because it's the vitals, 10%, taking action, and believing in ourselves. The problem with the belief in ourselves is that we base this belief on something external. And I was basing that belief in myself in results. Everybody was having results. I wasn't having results. I wasn't believing in myself. Same thing with the business. We need to believe in ourselves. Stop comparing yourself to other people, which is what I was doing. It's hard with all these rocking bodies posting before and afters, but it doesn't matter. You have to focus. And since I've been doing this from like a year ago, I'm not comparing myself to anybody. My business has bloomed. And that's very, very, very important. So I learned that lesson and I decided to go further and keep going and not quit, because most coaches, and I wanted to tattoo this on my back, but I'm 41, so I'm not going to do that. This. We go and go and go, and then something happens. A coach quits. You don't get results the second week. And then you get discouraged and you stop digging. And you're this close to your breakthrough. This is what happens to new coaches when somebody cancels. This is what happens when somebody falls in their rank. Again, because you're basing your belief in yourself in something external, like income, like rank advancing, like recognition. And all you have to do is push and push through personal development and push through belief in yourself. And then you will eventually have a breakthrough. So for me, that was a huge lesson. Christina drew that name and I'm like, really? You give that to me? I had just literally sent a message to Rob Pearson, my upline, saying, what the heck is going on? Everybody's getting results and I'm not getting results. I don't have inches lost this week. What's going on? And Rob Pearson's answer was like, focus on your growth. Focus on your intention. Focus on believing in yourself. So that was a big eye-opener for me, because that just made me push through and keep going and go stronger in phase 2, which is what I'm doing right now. And it's the same thing with the business, guys. You have to push. You have to take action. Action before emotion. Emotion has the word motion in it. You need to take action first and then get that gooey feeling of like results and income and this and that. But action, action, action all the time. So my last thing is gratitude, guys. You have to live in gratitude. If you don't live in gratitude as an Emerald coach for what you have in the moment, like I should have that first week for the results that I got, and live in gratitude just for the possibility for being in a test group without looking further for that thing that I needed to have to believe in myself, I wouldn't have not complained. You need to live in gratitude in any stage that you're in, especially in your business, because if you're not grateful as that Emerald coach, you will never be grateful or happy as a 15-star diamond. You have to be grateful in every stage of your business. Every challenge pack sale, celebrate it. Every new coach, celebrate it. Because guess what? If you give up, you're not only quitting on yourself, you're not changing lives that you could have changed. So you're being a little bit selfish because there's so many lives here and so many coaches whose families are going to change because of you if you keep going and have that breakthrough. I hope I didn't go.
Girl. Jeez, you just dropped it. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That last line of if you don't, if you're not grateful, it doesn't matter whether you're an Emerald or a 15-star diamond. I cannot agree with you more. It's absolutely true. In this process of going through this program, you can get sidetracked on so many different kind of aspects of the program and the results and the people that are in the group, and you can lose the focus on what the big picture is, right? The big picture is not just the physical results, it's the mental process that goes through this and all the learning that we're going through as we're doing this. I know in my business, I've become a better coach. And it's because I'm trusting Autumn. I'm trusting Beachbody. I'm trusting, the programs that we do. And because I'm letting it change me, it's allowing me to grow in my business. I don't know if that makes sense, but I literally feel like that component of trust and gratitude and being in the moment and not looking externally and just looking internally has really made a huge difference for me. So I appreciate that, Catalina. I really, really do. That was awesome. So let's talk to Jamie, the dude on the call. I want to hear, there was a few questions that were posted of like, can guys really, gain muscle on this program? And I know you can address that quickly, but I want you to talk about, trusting the process, because obviously you are a highly successful coach, top 10 coach last year, still very highly ranked in the company. Going through this process, what have been your breakthroughs and takeaways?
Well, thank you, Christina. Let me say this, is that these can guys gain muscle from these workouts are challenging. Like, that's what surprised me the most. And actually what I love, not with giving away too much, but what I loved was that they're longer than, say, your regular workouts. And I think sometimes we forget that, it's okay to work out longer than 25 minutes. That's okay. You'll survive. It's going to be tough, but you'll get through it. So man, I honestly can't wait for people to try these. Like that first leg day, it was it was challenging. And what I love about the coach test group is that it actually helps you relate and takes you back to a place where I think our clients are when they first start a program. And because I started questioning stuff and I started getting nervous prepping all the materials, and it actually helps you relate and be relatable to your clients who are maybe starting a program and they're intimidated and stuff. So that's what I loved about it. And it's just, even things like some of the equipment that they're giving us, wouldn't be something that I would ever use in a workout, but those bands, like, I picture, me and Danny, like doing the clams, and I'm just like, it's like the Suzanne Summers stuff. I know I'm dating myself because some people are like, who's Suzanne Summers? But she had that, thing. Some of the moves with the bands are the toughest moves around. So dudes, guys, I can't wait for you to try this. It's going to challenge you. It's going to kick your ass. And so, yeah, don't even have any questions about that. But for me, I was kind of like, I had a great first week. You know, we all talk when you lose weight quickly after you start a program. Is it water weight? What's going on? Your body's adjusting to stuff. And this has really challenged me mentally. And I don't typically start to question myself or question what's going on and things, but I've really had to dial into the program and just be like, you know what? I need to follow this 100%. And I need to see what happens with my body because I'm an experimenter with nutrition and stuff. I like to experiment, carbs, no carbs. I like to see what things do to my body. And the way this plan is set up is not what I was doing. So I literally had to change the way I was thinking. And I'm really glad I did because, and I didn't come in, I didn't want to lose a ton of weight. I basically was looking to really lean up and get stronger. So I've lost about 5 inches and stuff, and I've lost a little bit of weight. But what I've really noticed is my core, obviously my butt and that area, you know, from your knees to like your belly button, I feel so strong and my core is solid. And I'm not even, you know, obviously we're posting pictures and stuff and we have homework. I'm not necessarily worrying about the aesthetics of it all. I'm really focusing on how I feel, and I feel phenomenal. And I'm just ready to commit to the rest of the program and just give it my all. And the one thing I noticed, like you, Christina, is from day one of the program, and this is a good lesson because I don't want to coach and not do this. It's a good lesson that I need to be dialed in, and it doesn't have to be 80-day obsession, but I need to be dialed in all the time as a coach on one of our nutrition programs. And I need to be dialed in on one of our workout programs, because when I started this, my business activities just started to click, and I was energized and I felt good. And I felt like because I was structured in my meal plan and my workouts, my business just was clicking and it felt good. And that feels good, right? And it's like all those things in your life, when you're product of the product and you're doing this and you're trusting the process, it just all fits together. And, you know, we're human as coaches. We get into those parts where maybe we let off on diet, we go to summit, we start to eat and drink a little bit too much. And that really affects our business. And that, for me, what I've learned these first, 3-4 weeks is like, I need to be dialed into stuff so that my business doesn't suffer. And the way I wanted to relate this to coaching is that, I kind of chose free groups as a little bit of a topic. I know I've only got a couple minutes left, but in trusting the process in this, you really need to trust this process, because some of the things on the meal plan and even the workouts, like it maybe isn't traditional to what we're used to. And with free groups, so Kim and I, my wife Kim and I, we do 1 5-day free group every month. That's what we do every month. We schedule it at the same time in between our accountability groups and our coach sneak peek. We run one a month. And this is the big complaint I get from even our coaches or other coaches that, I run a free group, and at the end of the free group, I had like 50 people in it. I sold no challenge packs, and they shut the free group down, or they're like, it wasn't successful. It didn't work. They might try it the next month. Again, nothing happens for them. No challenge packs. And they're like, free groups don't work for me. I don't know why. I had a lot of people in there. They just don't work. Well, this is just my opinion, and just from experience of what's worked for us is you need to trust the process with free groups, because I believe you run free groups. The point isn't to sell a challenge pack at the end of your free group. The point is to build trust with people, provide value to people, allow them to come in your free group where you're going to go live with them in your free group and share unbelievable value with them, so that trust meter goes up and up and up and up. Yeah, they may not purchase a challenge pack at the end of free groups. It might take them the third or fourth free group. But what happens is that you start to get people following your page, and this is where you need to follow up with intentful posting on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure it's intentful. Make sure you talk about your accountability groups. Make sure you talk about the things you're doing in your business. But the free groups aren't to sell challenge packs at the end. The free groups are to build up that trust with people so that after they follow you on Facebook or Instagram, and after maybe their second, third, and fourth, like we'll literally have people in our 5th free group, and then they'll be like, okay, I'm ready. I get it. I trust you. I like you guys. I see what you're doing. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the challenge group and come in your accountability group. So you need to trust the process. And that's how I relate this is I see so many coaches, they start these free groups and they're like, they don't work for me. No, if you run 1 or 2, of course they won't work for you. The point is that you need to run them for extended period of time and show the consistency so that they see that you're adding value and they trust you as a coach. But you need to keep doing that and keep doing it because it might not happen for a year, it might not happen for a year, but you got to trust that process and your schedule every month of running that free group, going to your accountability and just keep going and going and going. So that was one thing that I don't have a lot of time to talk about. That was one thing that just going through this workout program and me having to really lock in on the meal plan and the carbs and all that stuff. It's just, I see that with free groups a lot. And people are always like, it didn't work. I didn't sell a challenge pack. No. It doesn't mean it didn't work. You are building up that trust factor with people and attracting clients, but you need to follow that up with proper social media and eventually those people will come around. So that's kind of what I wanted to share tonight.
Damn. So you got my head going with like stuff when you're talking about the free groups because I've been there where I'm like, oh God, didn't sell a challenge pack next, and I'm not really digging into the people or maybe re-inviting them to another free group. I kind of just let it die. So now I'm like, oh my God, like I can go back, and I'm sure everybody on this call can probably go back and say, how can I reevaluate the way that I run my free groups and be more effective and efficient with them? But Jamie, as you were talking, I said, it's kind of like when people hit diamond and then they're like, where's the money?
Yeah.
Where's the $1 million check or whatever? And that doesn't come when you hit diamond and then they quit. And then I started thinking, man, this program is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. And what an analogy of hitting diamond and then star diamond and then advancing your business, right? Like if phase 1 is diamond and you're not making a gazillion dollars at the time, do you give up and not move into phase 2? Or do you continue into phase 2 working towards star diamond to see where that can take you, right? And that's kind of where we are now. We're in this transition into phase 2 and to see, okay, what are the changes that we can effectuate in the next 4 weeks? So those of you that are like here that are emerald and pushing to diamond or maybe diamond pushing for that next star diamond rank, like think about your business in terms of the phases of a fitness program, right? Just because you maybe didn't get the results that you wanted in that first phase, don't give up. You got to keep pushing, because I would say that if I had given up on May 5th, 2010, when I hit diamond because I wasn't showered with gazillions of dollars on that day, like imagine what would have happened to the thousands of people on Diesel Nation. Like they wouldn't have had this transformative event happen in their life. So we need to be tougher, I would say. Jamie, in our free groups, we need to be more effective. We need to be tougher in the way that we see this business and not expect things to happen naturally. Some things might, right? And to some people, we see it might happen easier than others. But you know what? Fitness isn't easy for me. My sister is one that is so dialed in all the time, but that's not me. I got to work at it. Some of you have to work harder at your business. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not destined to be successful or great at this. You just need to dial it in. You need to be more effective and more efficient. Move from phase 1 into phase 2, into phase 3, into phase 1,000. Whatever it takes, that's what you got to do to be successful, right? So that's what, total aha moment there. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Can I say one thing quickly?
Jump in.
Yeah, and I'll just say that I think the term free group is actually detrimental for coaches sometimes, because like I'll say this, like when we do a topic for a free group, we research it. We like spend time researching what are we going to post in that free group that's going to add huge value for people. It's not just it's free, so these people aren't actually clients or customers, so let's just kind of wing it and throw some shit in there. And like, we commit to it. We go live like twice a day. We post value in there. We treat it like these people are going to be potential future clients. So provide huge value and keep providing huge value every month. Just keep going with it. And you got to trust that process.
You're preparing to succeed. That's it. When we sat down with our nutrition plans to get ready for this program, I bet each and every single one of us and every single one of the coaches selected for the test group sat down for at least an hour and literally picked apart the nutrition plan and said, okay, I can eat that, I can't drink that, I can eat it. Then created a plan, then got that plan and went to the grocery store, then came back from the grocery store and started prepping meals. We were preparing to be successful, just like you're doing in your groups. And no wonder why you and Kim have such an amazing effing business, right? It's because you are preparing to succeed. We need to stop cutting corners. Okay, I'm on my soapbox. I need to jump off the soapbox and I need to turn it over to Ashley, who's going to talk to us about her experience with 80-Day Obsession and trusting the process.
Awesome. Can everybody hear me okay? Perfect. Okay. So I did not have one single moment that was just mind-blowing to me, but I feel like every moment I have had in the 80-Day Obsession and leading up to this point has led me to one of the biggest epiphanies I've ever had in my business. So I'm going to rewind a little bit because I'm kind of a storyteller, and just tell you guys that I am a breastfeeding mom. And so I came in with, we have this meal plan and we all have, our wheels are turning and we're looking at how this works. And we're like, okay, what do we do and how do we approach this? But I'm also going, but wait, what do I do? Like, how is this different for me? Do I do the same things that, I would do if I was doing max 30 or if I was doing 21-day fix extreme, or is it, is my calorie bracket going to be different? And I know that I can say all of the breastfeeding moms in our group have had a lot of questions. And so when I started, I'm not a very big person. I'm pretty small. I didn't really feel like I had pounds to lose so much as I had fat to lose and muscle to gain. And so when I came in, we talked with the nutritionist, I was on plan C and I was like, oh, perfect. That's what I did with max 30. That's what, so everything's a little bit different with the timed nutrition, but I felt really comfortable. Plan C was a safe zone for me. And then I was feeling like I couldn't stay awake after my workouts, like physically could not stay awake. I had to take a couple naps the first week. I work my business when my son naps. So I don't nap. That's like my work time. That is my go time. And I was just so lethargic. I was getting headaches. And so I reached back out and I said, I'm starving. This is how I feel. Am I just needing time to adjust, or is my body just burning too many calories right now? And they told me to bump up to Plan D, and I about had a heart attack because I've never eaten Plan D before. That's scary. 2,400 calories is a lot of food. Back before my Beachbody days, I would eat 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day, and then I'd go run. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but 2,400 calories a day, like, geez, I feel like I never stop eating at this point. And it felt scary, but I didn't hesitate for a second because and granted, I know that this is a different experience, but I've got, the Beachbody nutrition team, and I've got Autumn telling me, go eat Plan D. That's what you need to do. And I had so much trust in them that I was then able to go fully trust the process and say, you know what? I don't know what my body is going to do. They don't know what my body is going to do, but we get to figure it out together. And how cool is this experience. And I just was so pumped to be able to do this with this team. And I started to realize that when you truly trust the process, you trust the science, you trust the experts, you trust the people who know what they're talking about, you stop doubting. Your belief skyrockets. You stop looking at other lanes. You stop worrying about what other people are doing and what other people's results are, because you trust that by showing up every day, by doing your best, by following the plan set forth in front of you, that you are going to have that success. And from that point, I stopped looking at other people's results and saying, man, her abs look way better than mine. Or, you know, and I mean, I was someone that week one, I lost, I thought I had it in front of me, but I don't. I lost like 5 pounds week one and like 4 inches week one. I've lost 6 inches overall, 7 pounds overall. Like, I've had great results, but I still was looking at other people. I was still looking in other lanes a little bit. And I realized how much I've done that in my business, especially this year when I set really big goals for myself. And I think coming into this test group, it's a really good analogy for setting really big goals for yourself, right? I want them to share my results. Like, duh, you know, I want Autumn to share me on her Instagram. Like, put me up there, girl, please. Let's have that shout out, right? So I want these amazing results. And I look at these top coaches in this company, and I'm guessing most people on this call, unless you're on my team, you probably don't know who I am. I look at a lot of these top coaches in this company and I'm like, dang, that is awesome. You know, I want to be me, but I want that success. And the thing is, if I keep looking in other lanes, if I look at how fast they did it, if I look at, you know, what they're doing on a day-to-day basis for them and where they're at, I'm not necessarily going to see the results because I'm not trusting the process. My belief isn't there. But if I am like, you know what, this is what we do every day in our business, and this is what we do every day in our fitness, and I keep showing up, my results are going to be the best that they can possibly be. And if I keep looking at someone else's abs and someone else's paycheck, it's just not going to be there. So, I mean, that's really all I have. But that was my big epiphany that I had through a bunch of little things.
All you have. That was some like gold, liquid gold you just dished on us. Thank you, Ashley. I'm one that doesn't know you personally, and now I want you to be my best friend. So now you've won me. You've won me.
Thank you. I adore you. So that's awesome. You just made my day.
That was amazing, seriously. And I'm going to turn it over to the next breastfeeding mama who's on the call, Stephanie. But I just wanted to say, like, a lot of the things, first of all, I want to appreciate the fact that you talked about the nutrition plan, because we can't get into specifics. Everybody knows that Autumn is like so tight-lipped on the nutrition plan and what we can and can't share. But know this, that just like Ashley bumped from C to D, it has been insane how many coaches in the group have gone from A to B, A to C, D to F. And when you think about that, that's crazy. It's crazy talk, because a lot of times we're conditioned to think that you need to go down in order to lose weight, but we're trusting the process. We're trusting the science. I'm one that started at B and now eating at C. And that's when I started getting better results. I have gotten amazing results. You guys, I had weight to lose. I had let myself fall off the wagon and got run over back and forth a couple of times. And I literally have seen the most results when I started eating more food. So teaching moments for our clients, right? These are things that you have to learn as you are being proof the products work, that, you know, if you're doing it 100%, then you know what is working, what is not working, what to suggest, what not to suggest, suggesting not to go down to plan A when they probably should be actually going up a plan. So these are all the things that we've been experiencing through this process, that if all of us can commit 100% to Shift Shop, to the 21-day fix, to the programs that are available, right, to the masses, right? Yes, this program is not yet, but if we can commit, then and with accuracy, do it 100%, just like we're committing to this, you will see your ability to be a better coach and get your clients better results, so that then they can turn around and become advocates and coaches on your team. All right, Stephanie, I'm going to stop talking. Stephanie, you are up. Let's talk about what your experience has been and trusting this process.
Oh man, I hate to be the last one. I knew it was like either going to be, I had this page full of notes.
Well, remember, Rosario still has to go. So you're second to last.
Okay. Almost last.
So I knew that I would not have a ton to offer since everything was already talked about that I really wanted to hit home. But I saw a comment that popped up in the chat bar and I was like, yes, we need to talk about the instant gratification thing, because I think that as humans, we're all just super programmed to want stuff overnight. And yes, business analogies for sure. But I think if you guys have been around since 2014, early 2015, right, 21-day fix era, that is when the instant gratification fitness box came out. And I'm not putting any other program down, because I think they're so awesome, and every single one of our programs have amazing solutions for different individuals and have helped me so much, have helped other people so much. But I think we got really spoiled. I think we got really spoiled with 25-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts, 21 days. You're seeing pounds fall off. A lot of these workout programs and nutrition programs are designed for weight loss, and we have to understand that programs like this, like 80-Day Obsession, it's not the same type of thing. So I came into 80-Day Obsession, just like Ashley, I'm a breastfeeding mom. So I'm eating in a higher calorie bracket than I've ever been eating before. So I'm getting more calories. And I'm questioning all of this, but before I was eating an A and now I'm in C, and so it's so different. But to kind of let go of those expectations and to just understand that this is not going to give me results that I've ever had before. I can't look at my 21-day fix before and after and expect that I'm going to get the same result, because I'm doing something completely different. And we've talked a little bit about this in the test group where, goal weight and post or pre-baby size or whatever. But I don't know anymore. I had a goal weight, but can I really expect the same result after this program when I know I'm going to gain a bunch of awesome muscle and my body is going to be a completely different shape and, just completely different results. So instead of coming into something brand new with that expectation, that we've been kind of preconditioned to with 21-Day Fix and other programs like that, to just throw the expectations away. And I think that that's kind of the same with the business. We all have to relate it to the business, that we get to a certain rank and we see other people hitting certain ranks and maybe earning a certain dollar amount on their paycheck, and that we expect that that's going to happen for us too. But everybody's journey is different. And when I've gotten stuck in the comparison game in the test group, even, I'm one of those people who, I've lost almost 4 pounds. We're in week 4 now, or we're in week 5 now. And, it hasn't been overnight success for me, where before in 21-Day Fix and other programs like that, I would have seen maybe tons of different results already. But I just think it's super important to stay focused on something different, a different set of expectations, to understand that the result is going to be different. We just have to trust the process and understand that, every day is a new opportunity to wake up and try a little bit better. And I think for me, just some big wins, I'm super pumped for the results that I've had already. I keep saying I'm so thankful that it's not over yet. I know in past experiences, you get to the end of a test group and you're like, "Ooh, I'm so glad that's over. Now I can eat whatever I want. I'm going to go out for pizza and have my cheat meal." And you kind of fall off the wagon for a little bit with any program, not just a test group. But I'm so thankful that this program is training my brain to think differently. That I had a conversation with my mom earlier. She was asking me about this workout program and, "Are you having any specific cravings? Are you craving anything specific?" And I was like, "No, it's weird. I'm actually not, because I can't say much about the nutrition plan, but we're eating a ton and we're eating a lot. And so the food is a flow in and I'm never really hungry. And when I am hungry, I get to eat. So it's awesome." But what I did say, and then I caught myself, was that I kind of miss just being able to pop whatever I wanted in my mouth, grab the kids are eating cheddar bunnies or whatever, or some Boom Chicka Pop. I want to pop some in my mouth too. I don't do that. And I think we're just so preconditioned to just be mindless when it comes to food and eat emotionally also. I'm definitely an emotional eater when I have a stressful day with the kids. I have 4 kids. I have a baby. I don't sleep. You know, I would turn to food. And so I caught myself saying like, I miss kind of that free eating and just eating whenever I want and whatever I wanted and not really thinking about it. But I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to retrain my brain and think differently about food, that it is fuel and that I don't need it to get through the day. So I'm really thankful that it's a longer program, that we can try something different. And I realized something too, that I've never actually done a 90-day program. I never have. I dabbled in P90X. You guys might be like wanting to kick me right now, but I've done all the short programs, there are. I've almost made it to the end of Hammer and Chisel, almost made it to the end of Max 30. Like I'm a program jumper, like program ADD. That is totally me. And so this test group is perfect for me because it's structure. And with this structure of the test group has created so much more freedom in my day. So I talk to a lot of moms on my team who come in and they're coaches and they're newer coaches and they're concerned about how they're going to fit the business into these different pockets of their day, how they're going to fit their workout in. And they're kind of all over the place. And I've been there too, where it's just like, everything's frazzled and, you know, I don't have time to work out now, so I'll put it off. And then by 3 p.m., I haven't worked out and then it's too late and I didn't get it done because it wasn't prioritized, you know? And so I think that really is in alignment with our business too. If we're not making time for it and we're not showing up consistently and scheduling our power hour, scheduling our workout, like it's not going to get done. And I am living proof with 4 kiddos running rampant around here that it is possible to fit it all in. And the structure, not to be afraid of structure. Like I was one of those people too, that's like, I don't like a schedule. Like I'm an entrepreneur. I want to create my own schedule. I don't want to show up at a certain time, but scheduling my day has opened up so much more time. Like I get to the end of the day and I'm like, did I work out? Oh yeah, I already worked out. I've already showered. Like I already did a power hour. I can do I have another pocket of time. I can spend time with my husband. Like you can fit it all in. And so I just think it's really empowering to have these longer programs that give us more of an opportunity to see what we're capable of, not only physically, but mentally too. So.
Man, I could just listen to you talk all day.
Oh man, I thought I rambled like crazy.
No, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I want to touch a little bit more on the structure thing that you talked about, because there was, as you were talking, a bunch of questions going up where some people were saying the meal plan's getting me nervous, the structures of, you know, the scheduling of this is getting me nervous. And I want to say that I think Stephanie hit the nail on the head, but we were all nervous too. I hope everyone understands that we had the same thoughts going into this when we first received the nutrition plan. I know I did. When I took a look at this and I said, wait, what? Like I have to work out at 12:30, but I'm used to working out at whenever I want, you know, and I'm used to eating whenever I want and eating that thing or having my shake whenever I want. And so we were all like, wait, huh? But once you're in it, and you prepare to succeed and you start trusting the process. I know you're going to be like, you're going to have that, I'm going to tattoo. That's going to be my tattoo that I get on my arm. You realize that it's all done for our benefit. It is all done for your benefit. And I agree with Stephanie. Like I wake up now at 6 a.m. I don't have to, but I do, because that's how my day has fallen in line with this program. I have more time to commit to my business. I have more time to do calls. I have more time to do all of these things. And a lot of people are saying, well, I work a full-time job. You'll see that even with a full-time job, you're probably going to be more effective in not only, you know, at work, having this kind of structure, but also running your business as well, because you're going to have these clearly defined times where you can focus on activities. So you hit the nail on the head. And I know that, speaking from my experience, that at first, while I was nervous, and I do sympathize with those that are like, wait, what? You know, I have to do this, that, and the other before I even work out, or, you know, all that stuff. Once you're in it and you prepare for it, you realize that it's just going to make you more efficient and more successful at this program. So we have one more speaker, and her name is Rosario, and she's going to unmute herself and share her perspective on 80-day obsession.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Christina, for setting up these goals. They're amazing. And yeah, so I was not nervous at all. I was terrified. I was so scared when I read the term 80-day obsession. I was like, this is not me. This is not for me. And I was just so intimidated. You know, 80 days, it seemed like way too long, even though my first program when I first joined was RevApps, and that was 90 days. And I did it, and I loved it, and it was 90 days, and I did every single one of the workouts, and I mean, I had a great transformation. But then all I did after that was the 21-day fix extreme, and 21-day fix, and 21-day fix extreme, and that's all I did. So 80 days seemed like way too long, and I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to commit to that. And then the word obsession. I mean, I wanted to cry and puke, but I did it. And I said, you know what? This might be exactly what I needed. Coming from Summit, where I had a little bit too much fun with the food and with the drinks. And I mean, I saw my face, and it was breaking out. And it was like just a reflection of what I was doing, right? I remember Adam in the test group, she said, like, you know what, whoever wants to do this, that's awesome. So take a picture of your face, no makeup, just your face. And I did, and I have that picture saved. And well, it's looking a little bit better. I don't see the breakouts that I was having. I mean, I'm just loving it. It's all part of the trusting the process. Again, yes, we should get a tattoo, all of us. Trust that process, hashtag. Or because that's what it is. It is a process. So anyway, so 80-day obsession might sound intimidating to you. And if you're attracting anyone like you, it will sound intimidating to your customers and coaches. But just know that, like Christina said, is there for a reason. It is there if you embrace it to make you a better version of yourself. So yeah, trusting the process for sure. And the two main things that I'm going to share with you guys as breakthroughs that I've had so far through the first phase is that this program, the 80-day obsession, is more of a habit building process. It's more about endurance. We talked about instant gratification, and yeah, it's more about, it's like a marathon rather than a sprint. You're here for the long run. You know what? You're going to have to embrace creating habits. This is a great program if you've been stuck, if you let yourself go. It's about creating those little habits that are easy to do. You heard it before in fitness and in business and in life. You heard it before. It's easy to do, but it's also easy to not to do, right? So yeah, like the vital behaviors. It's easy not to invite and do those 5 donuts that Carol talks to us about. It's easy not to do one day and maybe 2 days, and then maybe you stop doing it in a week, and then your business is like going down the drain. But it's the same with fitness and with the business and with your relationship, with your marriage, with your kids, with everything, right? It's habit building. So you're gonna have to focus. There's I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's some few things that you got to be obsessed about. And those are the vital behaviors that you can relate to in your business. But in the program, there's some obsessions that you're going to have to leave every day as your vital behaviors. So those obsessions are your vital behaviors in your business. And if you will not see results if you don't do those things. Like all in. I'm also being away. I've been away maybe 70% of the time in this phase 1, and I'm still going to be away. But I want to make sure that my clients and my customers and my coaches know that it can be done even if you're away. Yes, you're right. We spent about, I did spend more than an hour looking at the nutrition, and I knew I was going to be away, so I needed to plan for it. So the truth is that I found that I eat exactly the same through the week, and then I change a little bit the next week. So once you find a system, just like in your business, that it can work for you, man, stick to it, because for me, it's working. You know what? I already know what I'm going to eat all of the week, and I'm not going to change it Monday, Tuesday. Every day is going to be the same. And then the next week, I just change it a little bit. But it's basically the same activities, and it's a system, and systems do work, and it's something that you can be duplicated, not just with your team, but with your challengers. And the other thing, so that was one thing. It's a habit creating program. The other thing is it's teaching me the idea, the belief that I can do hard things in my fitness and in my business. I've never worked out so hard than this. And yes, I've done Body Beast a little bit. I don't think I finished it, but and that was the hardest one. But this one, the 80-day obsession, is teaching me that. And you'll see, once you see the programs, that it's the workouts every single day, there's a lot of personal development that is going on right there. When you listen to Autumn, and she's doing the workouts and she's cueing the moves, however, she's also infusing this huge load of personal development, and you are going to connect to a lot of those things she's saying, not just for the move she's talking about. You're gonna relate it to your business and something that's going on in your life. It's gonna pull you and help you break through. So to me, it's been a huge breakthrough, just for that, I can do hard things. And I say that before I start every single one of the workouts, especially the one from today, because I did it and I pulled through. I mean, I couldn't have done it alone. I knew that I needed her, and it's like she knows what to say, when to say it, and it's like, come on, you can do this. And yes, I can do the hard things. So those two things, and just to wrap it up, it's a process. Trust the process. Slow down. Enjoy it. Find the joy. Celebrate the victories, not just the non-scale victories, the scale victories too, but the non-scale victories. Focus on those things in the business. Don't just focus on anybody else's definition of success. Throw that off the window. You gotta find your own definition of success and be okay with what success looks for you in the business and in fitness. For me, first week, I couldn't do this thing called the flamingo thingy. I was waddling I just couldn't. Anyway, so now I can do this, and I mean, it's something like that, and tap and do it again. So, I mean, those things just fire me up. I can do hard things, and I mean, I can't wait for everyone to see it. Trust the process all the way. 80 days, you can do it. I can do it. You guys can do it too. Like, why not? And find the joy, celebrate your victories, and let's do this, people. Back to you.
Yeah. Rosario, first of all, you killed me. That was awesome. But when you said celebrate the non-scale victories in your business, that was like, bam. Like, that really, really hit me, because what are the scaled victories in our business? It's Success Club, it's rank, it's income, it's all these things that you can quantify. But we need to get good at celebrating the non-scale victories. And those happen all around us every single day. And while you're going through this fitness program too, or any fitness program, you guys, the Shift Shop, the ones that are available, just commit. You have the opportunity to celebrate all these non-scaled victories that then you can then teach other people about. So that was awesome. I know we're a little bit over time. I appreciate every single one of you. Does anyone want to unmute and have a thought that you just want to like vomit on us real quick? Anyone? Stephanie?
Yeah, I have a word vomit thought thought vomit, if that makes sense. When Rosario was talking, I just had this thought pop into my head. And I wonder if people who are watching can relate to this, that other programs that I've done, you know, where the workout toward the end, challenging workout, like max 30 type of workout, those are tough workouts too, right? And you get to like 25 minutes or something like that, where you're like, I've worked out really hard and it's okay if I stop. I mean, I have totally been that person where I'm like, ooh, this move hurts. Or like, I think I might have a heart condition because my heart's beating really fast, but it's like supposed to do that when you're working out, you know? And so you kind of stop yourself right when it's getting a little bit challenging. And that graphic that Catalina shared earlier it's exactly that. I've had coaches who are trekking along and doing all of the right things right before the breakthrough happens, just like at the end of that workout when I probably could have just crushed the last 5 minutes. People quit. You just give up and you walk away right before the breakthrough happens. And maybe that would have been like my peak, like fat burn stage right at the end of that workout. And I quit right before. So I wasn't getting the full, you know, workout. And the same thing happens when Jamie talking about free groups and you give up right before you run that third or fourth group because you convince yourself that you're not going to get the results, or the coach who quits and cancels right after they hit diamond and it got a little bit hard. So they quit and they walked away. And it's just like, duh, it's like just getting good. And it just kills me. And so I just wanted to say, to echo, like, we can do hard things. We can finish the hard thing that we didn't think we could do. Like some of these workouts, we were talking in the test group last week. I was like, I cried after a couple workouts, and a few of us had that same type of like emotional kind of release at the end. Because you're just so freaking proud of yourself. And so like, let's have that moment and that feeling in our business too, where we pushed through when it got tough and we can celebrate the fact that we did it. We got through the other side. Like that's something to be proud of. That's when you can celebrate, not when you just kind of coast through and it happens. That's cool too. But I mean, when you work really hard for something and you pour some blood, sweat, and tears into it, and you can really celebrate, that is amazing. Like that's the feeling. And I feel like that is so parallel for all of life. Just
amen. That was awesome, Stephanie. Thank you. Jamie, I think you want to say something. I feel like you're itching. No, you're good. You're good. Well, thank you, Stephanie. That's an awesome note to end on. I will just leave you with one thing that I heard today as I was listening to a personal development audio from YouTube, which was amazing. One of the lines that stood out to me was, don't confuse movement with progress. Don't confuse movement with progress. And a lot of times in our business, in my business, and I'm probably speaking for a lot of people watching this call or that will watch this call, we feel like we do enough to get by. We feel like, okay, I did a few invites, I hit Success Club, I sponsored a few coaches, I maybe ran a training group, I moved in my business. But that movement doesn't necessarily translate into progress. This is what I was doing in my workouts just before 80-Day Obsession. I was moving every day. I was pushing play every day, 6 days a week. I was kind of, but not really eating the way that I should have. I was moving, but I was not progressing, right? So don't confuse the two. When you want to see progress, whether it's in your fitness or in your business, you got to go all in. And sometimes that requires you to self-evaluate yourself and check yourself. Because a lot of times we convince ourselves that what we do is enough, or maybe what we're doing just isn't meant for us to be successful. That's just for Stephanie. That's just for Jamie. That's just for Ashley and Rosario and Catalina to be successful at. But I keep doing things. I keep moving and nothing's happening to me. Well, don't confuse that movement with actual progress. And so if right now you are sitting, watching this and saying, man, my business isn't where I want it to be, or my body doesn't look the way I want it to look, self-evaluate yourself and say, what can I change? And that does not necessarily mean you have to be in a test group to change it. Are we blessed? Hell fucking yes. We are blessed to be in this test group with Autumn, who I love, my soul sister. I'm so blessed to be part of this process. But guess what? Right now with Shift Shop, with the 21-day fix, with 22 hardcore, with go old school and do P90X or X2 like I did in 2012 when I was in the best shape of my life, which I will get there again with this program. You have all of those programs in your back pocket that you can use. The only thing that's standing in between you and that result, you and that rank, you and that income, you and that anything is you. And I will leave you with that. I love you guys. I hope that this was helpful. You'll see us again in 2 weeks, a new group. Maybe some, as we keep these calls going, we'll have some of you guys back on, but you guys were phenomenal. I am honored to go through this process with you guys. You push me every single day to get better, and I get better because you get better. So I love you guys. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you so much, and peace out. Bye.